4 touchscreen test apps to check your Android touchscreen. If you feel your Android's touchscreen isn't working properly, why not put it to the test with a touch test app? These apps help you identify and diagnose any issues your touchscreen may have, with each of them taking their own approach. To start, let's look at a touch test Android app that covers the basics of finding dead zones on your screen. Touch Screen Test has no flashy features or banner ads. All it is a blank canvas that you can draw a line on with your finger. If you can't draw in a specific area, it tells you that the touch capabilities there have been damaged. Due to the app's simplicity, it's a great choice if you don't need a feature-packed testing suite. Because the app is wholly devoted to testing the touchscreen, you can't navigate the in-app menu with your finger. Instead, you have to press the volume up button on your phone to make it appear. Once it's on the screen, you can cycle through the menu with volume down. Then press volume up to select an option. It's not very intuitive, but it's necessary to let you test the screen while the menu is open. From the menu, you'll find a useful selection of options to toggle and change. It lets you alternate between drawing dots or lines to better diagnose a dead spot. You can make the line bigger or smaller, plus show further information such as how many fingers the touchscreen detects. Speaking of which, the app also comes with multiple finger detection. Each finger gets its own unique color, which is great for testing multi-finger gestures as well as making colorful designs on the canvas. If you're not looking for dead zones on your screen, but you are interested in how many fingers your screen can register, try Multi-Touch Tester. This app is one of the simplest Android multi-touch screen test apps available. With no drawing tools or additional features, it lets you know how many fingers your phone can handle at once. As you place multiple fingers on the screen at a time, Multi-Touch Tester will number each one and give them a unique color. It will also keep track of how many fingers in total are registered on the screen. When you release your fingers, the app will still remember the highest number it detected. Fancy something a little more feature-filled? Then be sure to give Screen Test Pro a try. It comes with a lot of great features that make it a one-stop shop for all your screen testing needs. To start, Screen Test Pro takes the 2 touch checkers covered above and puts them into one app. It contains a line drawing feature and a multiple finger tester, both of which do the job quite well. It also comes with a pressure tester that can check whether your phone knows if you're tapping softly or not. If your phone doesn't have this feature, your taps will only show a result of 1 when you touch the screen. No matter how hard you do it. More advanced devices, however, will show values between 0 and 1 depending on how strong you press down. The higher the number, the more pressure your phone detects. Screen Test Pro doesn't stop there. However, it has multiple tools for testing your screen's capability to display color and saturation. There's a pixel counter tool, a breathing light tool to test the smoothness of color transitions, and a screen leak tester. The latter checks if your phone can raise the backlight without causing light to leak in from the sides. Screen Test Pro is a great one-stop shop for testing your display. But there are apps that perform the same job for your overall phone health. If you're interested, be sure to check out some apps that check if your Android phone is working properly. Not to be confused with the first entry above. Touchscreen Test is worthy of a mention because of how it assesses your screen, while other testers let you draw a pattern to find the dead spots. Touchscreen Test uses a unique method that gives you a clear indicator of where the troublesome areas are. Once you boot up the app, you'll see a blank grid. When you touch a spot on the grid, it lights up green and stays that way. You can continue touching dots on the grid to fill them in. If you find a dead spot, you'll know because the dot won't light up. At this point, You can work your way around that area and see how far the dead spot reaches. After you've run your finger across the entire screen, you'll be left with a grid where green dots show normal functionality and blank dots show a dead zone. You can then use this grid as a map for your phone's dead zones, which you can either plan to work around or give to a specialist if take your phone for repairs. When you think something's wrong with your touchscreen, it's worth giving it a screen touch test to see if it's working properly. Fortunately, there are plenty of apps available you can download and use to test whether your phone really is malfunctioning or if it's just your imagination. If you do discover that your phone's touch controls aren't working properly, try these fixes for faulty Android touchscreens. Is your Android device's touchscreen not working? Here are tips and apps to fix a malfunctioning touchscreen or work around it. Text source, makeuseof.com.